Before space adventures became dark and cinematic, Lost in Space gave television families something wonderfully strange: a rocket ship, a robot, alien worlds, and one family trying to survive the unknown together. First airing in 1965, the series mixed science fiction with family drama, campy danger, and unforgettable characters. But behind the Jupiter 2 were career reinventions, tragic endings, long retirements, and surprising lives after fame. Today, we're looking back at the cast of Lost in Space, then and now, and the real stories behind this classic sci-fi journey. Dr. John Robinson was the calm center of Lost in Space, the kind of father and commander who had to keep thinking clearly even when the universe itself seemed determined to break his family apart. Guy Williams, born on January 14, 1924 in New York City, was 41 when the series launched in 1965, bringing Dr. Robinson a heroic steadiness shaped by intelligence, courage, and quiet paternal warmth. As the leader of the Jupiter 2, John had to be scientist, explorer, protector, and father all at once, guiding Maureen, Judy, Penny, and Will through alien worlds and impossible dangers. Williams made him noble without making him stiff, giving the show a grounded family anchor beneath all the robots, monsters, and cosmic chaos. Before Lost in Space, he was already beloved as Disney's masked hero in Zorro, a role that made him especially popular with audiences in the United States and Latin America. After the series, he gradually stepped away from Hollywood and spent much of his later life in Argentina, where he remained deeply admired. His sudden death in 1989 at 65 from a brain aneurysm gave his legacy a quiet sadness, but for fans, Robinson still stands at the controls, steady, brave, and forever trying to bring his family home. Maureen Robinson gave Lost in Space something more important than futuristic technology: a mother's calm in the middle of the unknown. Played by June Lockhart, she was not written as a helpless passenger on the Jupiter 2, but as an intelligent, capable woman whose scientific knowledge and emotional strength helped hold the Robinson family together. Lockhart was born on June 25, 1925, in New York City, and was 40 when the show began in 1965, already carrying the grace of a performer who had grown up around classic Hollywood. As Maureen, she brought warmth without weakness, often serving as the voice of reason when danger, panic, or Dr. Smith's schemes pushed the crew toward disaster. Before Lost in Space, Lockhart was already famous to television audiences as Ruth Martin on Lassie, another role that made her one of America's most trusted screen mothers. She later joined Petticoat Junction as Dr. Janet Craig, proving her durability across generations of family television. As one of the last surviving links to Hollywood's golden era, Lockhart's career feels like a bridge between old studio elegance and 1960s television adventure. For longtime fans, Maureen Robinson remains the quiet strength aboard the Jupiter 2, composed, loving, and far tougher than the danger around her. Major Don West brought a sharper, more restless energy to Lost in Space. As the pilot of the Jupiter 2, he was the man most likely to challenge danger head-on, often with more temper than patience, but with real courage underneath. Mark Goddard, born on July 24, 1936 in Lowell, Massachusetts, was 29 when the series began in 1965. And he gave Don a practical toughness that contrasted with Dr. Robinson's scientific calm. Don was protective, suspicious of Dr. Smith, and quick to act when the family was threatened, which made him feel like the crew's action-driven defender. His connection with Judy Robinson also gave the early episodes a hint of romance, even if the show eventually shifted more toward Will, the robot, and Smith. After Lost in Space, Goddard continued acting, but he later made a meaningful career change, earning a master's degree and becoming a special education teacher. That second chapter gave his life a grounded dignity beyond Hollywood nostalgia. He passed away in 2023 at 87 from pulmonary fibrosis, leaving fans with the memory of a pilot who never stopped fighting to get the Jupiter 2 home. Dr. Zachary Smith began Lost in Space as a saboteur, but Jonathan Harris turned him into something far stranger, funnier, and more unforgettable. Born on November 6, 1914, in the Bronx, New York, Harris was 51 when the series premiered, bringing a theatrical style that quickly changed the show's direction. Smith was cowardly, vain, selfish, and endlessly dramatic, yet somehow he became one of television's most beloved troublemakers. His insults toward the robot, his exaggerated panic, and his constant schemes gave the series a comic rhythm that often stole attention from the space adventure itself. Harris understood language like music. Every complaint, every sneer, every "oh, the pain" felt shaped for maximum effect. Before Lost in Space, he had worked steadily on stage, radio, and television, but Dr. Smith became the role that defined him. Later, he embraced voice work, including memorable performances in animation such as A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2. He passed away in 2002 at 87, just days before his birthday, from a blood clot in the heart. His legacy is wonderfully peculiar, a villain who became comic relief, then became the soul of the show's weirdest charm.